This program contains the use of flashing lights. Also, if you are streaming this application, it is highly recommended to share your entire desktop screen. Proceed with caution. Are you still there? That's a silly question. I know you are. It's hard to let go of things, isn't it? You stillborn head. You see, when you're soaked in the water, all the way down to the bottom, with all this pressure on you, they say it's a excruciating pain when you make contact with the air again. It doesn't hurt to invite the water in. Might even be a relief for your flesh. And in the end, that's what lasts from it. But fear not. You won't have to worry about this anymore, friend. You're deep down the lake.
Salutations, my friend! Welcome to my place of abode! I didn't have time to set the cubes and triangles in their designated places. Excuse me for that, they're all over the place, but please, make yourself at home. Ah, what a delightful piece of art! I don't recall where I got this from, but it almost feels like something sacred. This is my music player! Use the center button to pause and resume songs. The left and right buttons can be used to navigate between tracks. You can also use the far left button to change between versions of some songs, and it also can swap through different voice clips you may come across. And lastly, the far right button, which can be used to restart the music. Very practical, right? Have fun! Did you know a triangle has the same amount of sides as a cube? Well, me neither. Thank God I always carry my geometry book around. Hello! Feel free to look around. I just like standing here. You're also friends with Mr. Sonic, aren't you? Feel free to look around. I just like standing here. Hello! Did you know a triangle has the same amount of sides as a cube? Well, me neither. Thank God I always carry my geometry book around.
So let's just have a replay.
Then, oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Oh, that was the wrong one.
I didn't know I had that mod on.
Did you know a triangle has the same amount of sides as a cube? Well, me neither. Thank God I always carry my geometry book around.
Well, I know that this is a stream and I have not talked. Oh wow, there's more people viewing this than there is anyone else. What the hell? But as you can see right down here, today is the 18th of July on a Friday, 2025. I am officially 16 years old. Shocker, I know. But yes, I'm officially 16 years old. And I want to thank you all for being with me for like, hold on, I actually have to check. How long have I been on YouTube for? It says it's for watching right now, but I got 26 views. Oh wow, hello everyone that was in chat. Hello. I'm ready for the lyrics part. Hello. Okay, so Ahabrano, welcome. And Vilna Soleha, hi. Let's play. I came for old time's sake. That's why this is round two. Gojia, hi. And Dan Dan, hi. Thank you all for joining the stream. It's right here on my own For You page. Well then. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for this. Thank you all for 382 subscribers. And the 2019? Holy damn. Well, then I have to do some math. I'll do some math. Where's my calculator? I need a calculator. So it's 2025 minus 2019. I've been on here for 6 years. Well, like if I was here for on here for 6 years, that means I was 10 when I started recording. Holy shit. Well then. Well, thank you all for 6 years of being on YouTube and the 382 subscribers that I have, of the 760 videos I have, and the who knows how many stuff I have in general. But thank you all for this, for my 16 years of life and the 6 years that I've been on YouTube. I will put the link to the download. Well, not well, actually. I'll put the link to the download right in the chat for y'all. So if you want to download this, you can go ahead. And Vilna Soleha, hi. The delay on this, my god. Let's play. Yeah, I came for old time's sake. That's why this is round two. Gojia. Thank you all again for 6 years of being on YouTube and so much more. Why am I doing this now? Of any other video and anything else? Well, it's my birthday. And, well, I'm hoping for. Well, I'm not really hoping for anything, but the one thing I am hoping for is to at least get 400 subscribers by the end of this year. And if I don't, then I don't. But thank you again, everyone who was watching the stream, everyone who's been with me since for 6 years. That got me up to 382 subscribers. Thank you for everyone that has been in the videos and the live streams. Thank you for everything. I'm officially 16 on July 18th, 2025 at 2:18 a.m. in the morning. None of this would have been possible if I put my dreams, everything I've watched, all of this I've seen on YouTube, all of this, and well, not all of this, but everything from YouTube, from Unspeakable to, let's see, Unspeakable. Probably Unspeakable's the only thing I'm going to be seeing on here. mainly Unspeakable that is on here. Thank you to Unspeakable for everything. Shout out to Unspeakable, and then basically shout out to any YouTuber that has carried childhoods. Any YouTuber that has carried childhoods and any time and anywhere and more. Thank you all again for all this. I wouldn't have courage to make videos if I didn't have influence from famous YouTubers with more subscribers than I'll ever get my whole life. I'm sure of it. And well, honestly, I don't really mind. I'm just doing this for fun. I'm not doing this for money or basically I'm just doing this for my own fun. Ever since I got a computer, well, I mean, I had a laptop, but I could barely do anything on that because it's like 10 years old or something. I don't know. Let's just say that it's not working anymore because I probably did something to it. I don't know what, but it's not working anymore. But thank you for everything. To my family, friends, everyone on YouTube that has been with me. I love you all. I don't know what else to say. I honestly don't know what else to say. Ooh, what's this? Absolutely nothing. Oh, the AFK. Okay, well then. uh, but that 31 views. Goddamn. But yeah, thank you for everyone for everything. I don't know how many times I said that. Someone leave a counter somewhere for me, please. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this live stream. It's not even an hour long. Getting close there. If I keep yapping, it'll probably be an hour long. But yeah. But again, thank you all for everything. I am finally 16. That means 2 more years until I'm 18 years old. That means I have to get a job. No. If you want to save me from getting a job in this community in 2025 and so on, I don't know what else to do because I have to do so many things in order to get uh enough credit to get money in YouTube. But honestly, I don't care about the money. But what I do care about is making people have entertainment, posting what I like, and trying to follow trends and more throughout the years and years that I've been on YouTube and more. If I do manage to get money from YouTube, I'll put it straight into making more videos, upgrading everything that I have and more just to get content for you guys. Because I'm not here for the money. I'm here to give myself entertainment, to give you entertainment, to give me something to do. It gives me something to think about, gives me something to do to distract myself from everything else in the world. Yes, I may be doing this more than school, but I could honestly care. It's 2025. We all have our different goals, different plans, different futures. Everyone is different. I don't care if I get good grades. I still try, even if I'm tired. I do what I know what's going to give me something to do, even even if it screws me over at some point in life. At some point, at some time, you all should follow what you want. It could be now, it could be later on in the future. It could be any time in your life. Just don't hold yourself back. I mainly want to become a therapist at some point. Maybe game design, maybe something. I know that I can be a therapist or some sort of helper at some point in my life. The main purpose of the channel was to, well, make gaming videos and give people entertainment and just share what I like to do. But at some point in time, I would like to take gaming and turn it into a gaming therapy session for people in need. I would want to do streaming more and a whole bunch of other stuff. But until then, I'm just gonna be doing everything I can and more that I can limit myself to until I have what I need to provide everything like that and more. So I'm doing only this for now. May not be much, but at some point I would like to give back to the people who have done everything for me, even if I don't know them. Even if they can be absolutely strangers who could be watching this because, hell, I'm 16. It could be some weirdo, but at some point I would like to give back. I'm not doing this for myself, I'm doing it for everyone that I know. I don't know how, but I'm not getting emotional, but at the same time emotional. And I don't know what else to talk about, but thank you all again. And I hope that we can get to 400 subscribers by the end of this year and by the start of next year. Share something of this to someone. I'll be I don't know what I'm gonna be doing for my birthday. I'm probably gonna sleep all day, and then at like 5 p.m. when my grandma gets off work, we're just gonna be making tacos, eating those, and then well, eating cake and then ice cream. That's basically what I'm gonna do for my birthday. Depressing, yes, but it's all we can do. I don't. Once you get to my age, and you don't know what else to do well, when you get to a certain age, birthdays don't really matter. As long as you can spend it with family, friends, and anyone you want to spend it with, then that's the only time when birthdays matter. Once everything goes away, then why even celebrate a birthday? Honestly, any time, any day, any time, spend time with your family, loved ones, friends, anyone that makes you feel special, happy, and loved, no matter what. Because at some point, you would lose them, either from your own stupidity, natural causes, or someone else's stupidity. Blah blah blah. English is hard. Did you know that English is hard? uh, but other than that, I have nothing else to say. Thank you all, and to the 34 views that I have gotten on the stream, and the current 1 viewer that I have on the stream. Thank you all, and everyone that has subscribed, and everyone else for these 6 years of YouTube. I love you all, and I'm gonna go get myself some cookies and milk, and I don't know what else to do. Also, Lux Suits Update 27 coming soon. Coming soon. And expect either some more streams, videos. Well, I mean, I have videos I need to upload, but it's just easier to stream because it's just like you can record everything now, and once you start, and once you stop, it's already uploaded. I mean, why don't why don't YouTubers just stream more often? It's easier like that. They could just make it. They could just act like it's a video, and then it saves them editing and all that. Well, I mean, sometimes you have to edit stuff out, but honestly, I barely do anything to edit stuff out. So, and I haven't edited in such a long time, and I'm honestly not in the mood to edit. And I am also not really using more for editing, but yeah. Okay, now it's an hour long because I kept yapping. But for real, thank you all, and good night. And I hope to see y'all at 400 subscribers by the end of this year and the beginning of next year, 2026. Peace.